What's up, guys? This is Justin. I'm here with Colin.
Hello.
We are playing Super Mario World because it is Nintendo's 125th anniversary, and we decided to play basically some of the greatest games of all time,
Right.
some of the greatest Nintendo games ever. Colin,
Yes.
do you like Super Mario World more than Mario 3?
I do. I think that Super Mario World expands upon the formula that made Mario 3 so great.
Yeah.
And it makes it just better because it's
Yeah.
the same kind of open world, somewhat non-linear,
Yeah.
kind of quest-based. Go back, backtrack. So there's a little latency, by the way, people. So I'm sorry that I'm not probably gonna be playing very well. So
Yeah. If anybody's watched these other Let's Plays, they already know this, but we're playing these on a Wii U right now, and I think we're on a Wii U in Wii mode.
Yeah, I can't.
So there's just slightly enough delay to make it a little
Yeah,
bit.
like I can't even really control, but I'm gonna do the best I can here.
All right, we won't judge you. So I think it's interesting that you like Super Mario World more because I'm the same way. I do as well, and I think that's an unpopular opinion.
Is it?
I think. Well, I mean, I don't know. Most people I talk to seem to like Mario 3 more.
I think that a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia for Mario 3, and that's great. I mean, I'm like messing this up too. There's a lot of nostalgia for Mario 3 for good reason because that was such a game changer on NES, and meanwhile Mario World was really just a launch title.
Yep.
But it just happens to be the same formula, just like expanded upon. It's a
Yep.
better game. It's a longer game. It's a harder game. It's a prettier game. Super Mario 3 is a 10.
Yeah.
But so is Super Mario World. So.
Yeah, that's the
know-
thing about these games. Like when we were making this list of Nintendo games, like what are the 125 sort of iconic key Nintendo games that we absolutely have to cover? It's like, Jesus, like it just keeps going and going and going. The list is insane. Nintendo's bench in terms of like high quality software is just so high.
Let's get on Yoshi here.
Yeah, we also got Yoshi.
God, I'm like delayed by like a half a second when I'm running around here. I can't do it. I'm struggling so much. There we go.
I think you're doing a great job. You're doing you playing this on a delay is the equivalent of like most people just playing the game.
Yeah, I'm like, that's funny because I was talking to, when I was in here with Tim and a few other people, Altano,
Yeah.
we were playing some different games.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that it's running through so many things that it's literally delayed, like, I think we have it running through like 4 different TVs, and it's supposed to be on a TV here on the wall, but it's not on for some reason.
Yeah, so not only are we emulating the Super Nintendo in the Wii on the Wii U on a classic controller, but we also are running it through like capture equipment.
Yeah, it's a bit of a disaster. I want to go back. We're in the Donut Plains here. I kind of like going back to the
Sure.
to the first world here.
Someone already hit the exclamation mark block, of course. And that's what I want to touch on. That's why, for me, the actual moment-to-moment gameplay, like in the levels, I think Mario World and Mario 3 feel equal. Like, I don't like one more than the other. But I give World the edge because it does have those secrets and that element of exploration and almost puzzle solving. Like, you'll find a key in a level, and you don't know what to do with it. You don't know where to take it. The game doesn't tell you, hey, there's secret exits everywhere. Like, you just have to figure that out.
Yeah, it's really a dynamic world, the Star World and all that kind of stuff too.
Yep.
I mean, the secrets in 3 went really as far as the whistles that you were
Yeah,
going to find, and
sure.
they were obscure and
Yeah, if you get 2 whistles, you can skip way ahead.
exactly. And so people kind of figured that out, but it was a lot more manageable. Oh God.
Oh, goodness.
Than Super Mario World, because I remember even years later, like later in SNES's life cycle, when I was playing some of the different kinds of games that were out, and go back to this game, and you figure out that you missed something,
Yep.
or you didn't find something. I mean, even if we actually go back to Donut Plains,
Yeah, did you know that? I didn't know this for years, that the red dots are levels that have 2 exits.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you
Yeah.
don't. That's what you figured out on the recess, and
Yeah.
on the playground during recess. When you're talking to your friends and everyone's
Yeah.
kind of trading their secrets about this game.
Yeah.
Because I remember this game being a game changer. I remember the first time I came to California when I was in elementary school. I had just gotten it, and I brought the instruction manual with me on the plane and just obsessed over it.
Yep.
It was a nice meet, and it has all these new enemies in it too, which is like really cool. So I just think it's a very special game, and really, oh god, when we did our top 25 individual games lists last year and into this year, I had this, I think, number 5.
Wow.
Because I just think this is such an influential and important game.
Yep.
And it really brings me back, and it just plays so well. It's a masterclass of gameplay.
It's almost kind of perfect. And I don't use that phrase or that term lightly. Like, there's games that I really love a lot that I would not categorize that way at all. But I'm not sure that there's much of anything I would change about Super Mario.
Oh no, there's nothing to change. I think, like we said, like yeah, a 10 doesn't necessarily. This is what I said when I gave a 10 to The Last of Us.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean a perfect game, but is there such a thing as a perfect game? Probably not. But is there things that are pretty close?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Is this one of them? Yes. But I think actually Mario 1 and Mario 3 are pretty close to being perfect too,
I agree.
for their own reasons.
Or at least in the era that they come from.
Exactly.
I think, you brought up Star World earlier, and the first time I played Super Mario World, I didn't know that Star World existed. And so, like, can you imagine, like, these days everybody has the internet and, all this stuff. We have wikis and guides and all
And
that
the
stuff.
ROM dumps would just tell you where everything is anyway when you do.
And so, like, to not know, just to discover this whole secret world, and you're like, whoa, and all the levels are absolutely insane and just bananas. And it had the Super Famicom logo, and as an American kid, you didn't know what that was. And, like, it's crazy. It feels like you felt like you were, like, the only person on the planet that, like, found this. And, of course, like, you totally didn't. Like, the secrets aren't that hidden, but it felt really special. And to me, that's what one of the other games that I played was Super Mario 64. And that game actually had a similar vibe where there's just secrets. Like, you'd look up in the light, and then it takes you to a secret level, a secret world. That sense of exploration and puzzle solving, Super Mario World has it, Super Mario 64 has it, and not all Mario games do.
Yeah, I agree. And what I think the common theme is, like you said, is that just Mario games were constantly were paradigm-shifting games for their time.
Yep.
Obviously, Mario 64, I think, is maybe the most significant Mario game since the original one. But, they all have their own little secrets. And it's just another example of, I was talking about this with someone recently about just Nintendo games generally, first-party Nintendo games, is that they're just kind of immaculate.
Yep.
Like, they don't crash. They don't have bugs. They don't glitch out. They are really well made with care, like that great digital artisans, as it were, would take their time to do. And so
I totally agree. I mean, some of those games are better than others, but none of them have problems with. They are immaculate in that way. Like, even if the game does have some kind of issues or something, it's not going to be probably on a heavily gameplay level. What do you have any sort of? You already talked about going to your first trip to California, playing Super Mario World. Do any memories especially stand out to you?
Yeah, I mean, Super Nintendo reminds me a lot of my brother, my older brother, and I just remember us getting a Super Nintendo for Christmas. We got this, and I think like A Link to the Past, the Super Scope with that mech game, and I actually just used to bring the Super Scope outside and play war with it with my friends because it was such a useless peripheral.
That's a crazy Christmas.
Yeah, it was, and it was an awesome Christmas, and I just remember that. I mean, Super Nintendo was so formidable for me, and really, it was actually more so for the great JRPGs that were on it, because that's what really got me into that genre.
Yeah.
But there was just so many great platformers, and this game is just a special platform. And I always tell people, in the never-ending battle of Mario versus Sonic, what was better in the Genesis versus SNES era. Oh God, these games made this game in particular made Sonic look like a joke.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
No, for sure.
And so it's just really, I don't know, like an extraordinary game, and it's hard for me to, obviously there's so many younger people out there that didn't experience this at a time, or maybe just didn't experience it at all. Like, it's hard to explain how important this game is.
Yeah.
And how game-changing this game was.
Yep.
And so the memory is really just how good it was and how it still stands the test of time.
Yeah. Like, it's almost, you brought up that immaculate gameplay, and like it's almost like an afterthought, or it's something that if you say it out loud, you can just say it in like one sentence. But like the actual details of like how they pulled that off and how everything feels perfect, and then they layered all this puzzle solving, all this secret, all this sort of epic overworld exploration, how they layered all that on top of it, and like it's unbelievable. And like just moments like this, like it's weird, it's strange, it's not used that many times in the game. It's probably going to lead to some sort of neat secret that's super easy to miss and never find. Like, the game's full of stuff like this.
Right, and I agree. And they started, again, it's just, that's why Mario World, I think, is better than 3, because it's those modest things that started in Mario 3 that again, were continued in Mario World. I mean, we had those weird suits in Mario 3. We had those one-time kind of use suits and those things that just didn't make much sense. Exactly. And they expanded on it and made it better. I mean, it's just, in my personal opinion, I don't think there was a Mario game that I liked this much until Galaxy, which I also think is a 10.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But again, it just, Mario is really the greatest overall series ever in games, and this is one of the examples and one of the reasons why it's like that.
Yep, completely agree.
Yeah.
My Mario memory is getting stuck in the woods, and that was really the moment, like, you're in that world, and you get in a loop. That's the first time they make you find a secret exit.
Yep.
And you're halfway, or maybe more than halfway through the game at that point. And then that's when I realized, like, this game is more than I thought it was. Like,
Absolutely.
There's something special here going on. Like, I was obviously loving the game, having a ton of fun with it, but once I discovered that, I'm like, holy crap. This game's something else.
Absolutely.
Colin, we're playing all kinds of Nintendo games right now on IGN because it's Nintendo's 125th anniversary. Moments like this, it's a rough life, right, to sit here and play Super Mario
it's
World
really
for a
a
few
tough life,
minutes. Everybody stick with us. I hope you're enjoying these videos, and remember that for all things Nintendo, you can keep it locked to IGN.